Hey guys, today I'll be playing The Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car. Whose eyes will you see the road through? Alrighty. Who should I pick? Should I pick her? Or him? Or him? Her? Alright. Let's pick him first. No. Gun it. I put the pedal to the floor. The wheels screech as I pull out into the lane. The car swerves, but it doesn't really matter. There's no one else out here as far as the eye can see. The abandoned station shrinks behind us until it's gone. The car looks really old and beat up too. And then it's just us and the long road. The road outside the windows passes by us in abstract, like the whole world's given up on having any meaning. We drive in silence. After a while, I hear the faint buzzing of the power window being rolled down. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just going to hurl themselves at a moving car. Yeah, the thing is, zombies are chasing them, huh? Fair enough. Well, that was a thrilling conversation. So, guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyways? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's... alright, Shelby. Shelby. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Shelby. Name's... Dustin. I'm gonna put your name as Tyler. I like Tyler better. Tyler. Okay. The car shudders briefly as we rumble over a series of potholes, but then the road smooths over again. The humming of the engine reminds me of a storm brewing far off on the horizon. Beyond these occasional noises, we sit in silence. So, what were we doing before everything happened? Wow, that's the first time she's actually started a conversation. Guess I'm not so intimidating after all. What was I doing? God, what was I? A whole lot of nothing. I bet that sounds super impressive, huh? Just a scruffy drifter. Not so sure she wants to hear that. I dodged the question, then the truth. Let's dodge the question. You know, this and that. Never really settled into one thing in particular. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's my dad's car, or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. Guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. It's okay, the booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Do you think there's any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though. She's fiddling with the dial. Pretty sure we're not gonna find anything. Static comes in and out in waves. Every so of 10, the distorting gives the illusion of an actual sound, but then it goes right back to giving nothing. Just then, though... Hang on a sec, go back down. I think I actually heard something. The noisy spaces in and out, then as something comes into auditory focus. Oh, it's a song! Is that a mariachi? I can't contain myself. The sound is unmistakable. Horns blare joyously over the static in a sick fanfare, while a man's voice waltzes softly over it. I'm laughing so hard I nearly pissed myself. Shelby's nearly there too. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? With all the music that would be left. Man. I sink back into the driver's seat, then my mind drifts to the music. The dissonance is almost comforting. As the fractured chords wash over me, I try to pretend that I'm lounging in a truck bed somewhere. Out in the sun, mid-afternoon, shirt damp and dirty from a hard day's work. For a moment, I almost believe it. The music falls short for a few seconds before starting up again. Wait, isn't this the same song again? It's probably on an endless loop, 'cause why wouldn't it be? Sure seems to be that way. Guess it's just ghosts on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think a zombie even listens to? Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie? Or maybe they're all into baby metal these days? I dunno, I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. You know, I've always wondered this, but what exactly are they grateful for, exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace? Peace, huh? I wish they let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now, anyway. Well, except for that. I shake my hand at the radio controls. So, what are you into anyway? Music-wise, I really like Alanis, Morissetti, Top 40 hits, that sort of thing. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal. Will you judge me if I actually say I actually haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into some kind of Stones or Marley or something, but well, you probably judge me more for this, huh? Try me. ABBA? I love ABBA. This is I thought. She starts laughing at my expense. It's a nice sound, though. I'm not gonna be poetic and say that it sounds like music or anything like that. Still, it's good to hear. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for all lameness. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there's no right answer to that question, except for that one. I'm 22. Shit. God, that's so young. She's practically a kid. What was I doing when I was 22? Still wasting my life, I reckon. Wondering if she's even been to school. That young and the whole damn world's crashing down around her. I try not to make a face, but I can see my knuckles going white as my fingers grip harder into the wheel. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Yeah. Alright, enough of you. I reach down and turn the volume knob to a sharp left, and the radio blissfully goes silent. Farewell, wailing man. Now it's just us again. Did you ever expect things to end up this way? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. Let's say a sore topic, huh? I guess she doesn't want to think about it. Can't say I blame her. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the street lights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. Kind of fitting for the end of the world. So you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but well, what do you like to do, or what did you do before everything? Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for much other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, go back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. I guess that would be most people's story. It's tough out here. Less tough. Probably tougher now. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to the pot anyway. You just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? Yeah. But I guess that doesn't matter either, anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. I suppose you can call me a bit of a nomad. Oh, that sure is lofty. That sounds really cliche. Not really, sort of suits you. To tell the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. I didn't think she knows I noticed, but she's been pressing at her gut a lot. Wonder if she's still alright. Since I first ran into her, she's been in a rough way. I'm not sure if she's gotten much better. What if she turns into a zombie? Probably should have looked for some more bags of that ginger stuff. Asked if she's nonsense. Asked if she's nauseous. Let's ask that. Still feeling nauseous? Oh yeah, it's gotten a little better though, but I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. I do, but Christ, I'm not really equipped for this. I know first aid, I can stitch up a cut, but gastric distress is a bit beyond me. Do you think we should stop and rest? Nah, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking will just waste gas. Right, the fuel. If everything wasn't so weird these days anyway, I call suspicious there is only a single tank's worth left. Not much we can do about that though. Onward it is then. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? Why do we make it this far? And is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? Didn't I used to? Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life was worth, it's a dangerous train of thought, I'll tell you that. We're here, that's what matters. Despite it all, we're safe. And we're here and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on the salad. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we're really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple of months I just kept working, kept on like everything was fine. And then, listen, don't gotta answer me if you don't want to, but your old man, what happened? My dad? So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so was my dad. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. Great, now I feel like I want to puke. Hey, please don't say anything like that, Shelby. How did you wander into a part of town that was infected? Like, wouldn't the government quarantine that place? One of us has to keep this up. Let's reassure her. Rest her hand on hers. Set my right hand on the wheel, off the wheel. Her hand is resting by her leg near the center console, so I reach over. I thought she might pull away, but she doesn't. Her shoulders fall and I think I hear her sigh. Wow, her skin feels really cold. Is that normal? Maybe because the window's open? Maybe it's because she's sick. Really wish I knew a bit more medical shit right about now. Actually, if she had a fever, shouldn't she be hotter? A chill like that can't be normal. It's not even that cold in here. But we're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might not never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. That's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get along with him, I bet it must be hard losing someone that close to you. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast, I'm still trying to come to terms with it. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I cared about has been around in a long while. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out here like us. I wonder if we'll ever know. If the car's clock is set right, it's nearing 1 in the morning now. The road is as dead as it ever was, but it somehow feels even emptier, more sinister, like all the shadows behind us are teaming up in a hungering mass, just waiting to swallow us up whole. My eyes are getting heavier. Can't stop now, though. We've still got so much farther to go. Even if we... Hey, Tyler? There's something I need to tell you. She puts her hand to her stomach again. Latent instinct tells me not to take my ass off the road, but I do anyway to look at her. She looks real bad, worse than I've ever seen yet. A couple of times she opens and shuts her mouth. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. Damn it. God damn it, I should have known. I heard so much about unreliable crap about the symptoms, but I guess they weren't so full of shit after all. Hey, stop. It's okay. But just keep calm, alright? We don't even know if this is really how it all works, so maybe there's a way. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not for sure if it has anything to do with being bitten. If it weren't for this, I might just think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. Ugh, F it all. I thought I was keeping it together. Don't do this to me, kid. I swallow, but it doesn't make my throat any less dry. The corners of my eyes are burning. Careful there, remember that thing about wishes? Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yelling at me. Silver lining. Ugh, retail? Almost as bad as zombies. Worse, probably. I try, but I can't muster up the will to laugh. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. You'll probably be on this road for a while. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there, at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. If there is or ever was a station like that out there, I'd love to hear it. Hell, I'd love to shake the hand of whoever was running it. This life's too short to not just do whatever the hell you want. But I guess it ain't the time to be waxing on that. I don't know how much longer this tank's gonna get us. Well, there ain't much else to do now, but go until we can't anymore. The road is long and our course is true. Nowhere to run but forward. That's the end of Tyler's route. That story just made me feel hopeless about anything. Even if they were in a zombie apocalypse, you know? Simple people still think like that in the end. Now let's go on to Shelby's route to see what her perspective on all of this is. Let's go with Shelby. Okay, gun it. I lay back against the passenger seat. It's weird sitting on this side of the car. But my stomach's been feeling off for a while and I just can't drive. And so I've handed my keys over to this stranger. What's the worst that could happen, right? I stare out the window, watching the unchanging scene whiz by. There's an awkward silence, but I just don't feel like feeling it. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just going to hurl themselves at the moving car. Well, who knows? Maybe they would. Fair enough. A slight breeze feels good against my neck. But this guy looks like he wants to say something. So I guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's Shelby. I like the name Shelby. And we'll name you Tyler again, because I think Tyler suits him a lot. Okay. He looks satisfied. How is he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow he doesn't look very much like a Tyler. He really doesn't? I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decided to break the silence after all. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Oh. He Looks surprised. I guess I haven't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything? You know, this and that. I never really settled into one thing in particular. Oh, what does that mean? Let's press on. That was weird. It doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. I wonder what his job really was. Maybe he was a trash collector? He does look kind of dirty. Well, I shouldn't be rude. I'm not much of a catch myself. But how about you? This bride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car, or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that third DUI, his license was revoked. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well, anyway. Sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where. Guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. I've been feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's like I'm looking on the outside. I'm not on the outside looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Maybe the apocalypse is just giving me more perspective? It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Guess she got bitten by her dad in the end. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Yeah, take a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Still. Do you think there's any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it wouldn't hurt to look, though. I reached towards the console and turned the radio dial in one direction. There's nothing but static, sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a second, go back down. What did you hear exactly? It couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the knob back the other way. Wait. There it is, I think. Is that mariachi? Oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot believe out of all the music that can be playing, this is what we get. What am I thinking? Of course it is. Of course we're on a highway to hell in the dark, and mariachi is the only music available to us. The combination of Spanish vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. The dulcet tones of this fabulous man are actually killing me. That was not what I was expecting. Who knows out here running this? Of all the music that will be left. Man. It takes me a minute to settle down, but then... Wait, isn't it the same song again? Ugh, it's probably on an endless loop. Because why wouldn't it be? Typical. Sure seems that way. Guess it's just ghosts on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. Why do you think a zombie even listens to? Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie, or maybe they're all into baby metal these days? I dunno. I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. Is baby metal real? No, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves someplace peaceful? Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now anyway. Oh, except for that. He gestures towards the console. 101.7 is now the Infinite Loop Mariachi radio station. So what are you into anyway? Music-wise, I really like Elena's Morrissey, top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore my musical taste or anything. You? Don't tell me it's baby metal. Will you judge me if I say I actually haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. He doesn't have to know that I unironically like baby metal. What do you listen to then? Most people? Yes, the ABBA. Isn't it really weird for him to listen to ABBA? Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. I lose it. Everything's just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Tyler, but not that sorry. Told you. No, it's fine. The music's catchy. I managed to get these words out. All this laughing is making my stomach hurt even more. Damn it. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Elenis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there is no right answer to that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. What kind of reaction is that? No, whoa, you look so young, or anything like that? I wonder how old Tyler is anyway. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. That's an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. He purposely reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him, too. Did you ever expect things to end up this way? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Maybe I should pause. Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour, especially without the street lights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. That sounds kind of morbid, but kind of fitting for the end of the world. It's silent again for a little while, but it doesn't last long. So you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but what do you like to do, or what did you do before everything? Like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think on my life. Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for anything else other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off of work, eat dinner, watch TV for a few minutes before passing out, and then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. And after living such a boring life, I ended up here. Probably not even gonna go out with a bang. And that's going to just be as dull as my life. I guess that'd be most people's story. The stuff out there was tough, probably tougher now. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? Just trying to sound cool. I mean, it's deep, that's deep. That's actually how I feel about it too. I'm surprised I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all going to die anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. Suppose you can call me a bit of a nomad. Did you backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad mean in this context? Well, whatever. That sounds really cliche. Not really, it sort of suits you. To tell you the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. You can't find something to do, you sorta lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? I used to wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not, but I can't say whether that's a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. My stomach's starting to throb painfully. I look down and press my hand against it. It felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did this all have to happen? Still feeling nauseous? Yeah, I shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. This might be causing even more trouble, though. Oh yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... Anyway, I moved my hand away from my stomach. It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. You think we should stop and rest? I glance at the fuel gauge on the dashboard, nervous. Barely have 1/4 of the tank left as it is. Nah, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking would just waste gas. Onward it is then. Trying to ignore my pain, I keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life. That's saying a lot, considering what I have to go through every month. Yeah. I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, why us? How did we make it this far? Is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I start to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Tyler's voice. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I ever stopped to wonder what my own life was worth, it's a dangerous train of thought. I would tell you that. We're here, and that's all that matters. Despite it all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on a salad. I didn't believe it at first. I mean, they were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. For the first couple of months, I just kept working, kept on, like everything was fine. And then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad, how did I even begin to explain? Listen, you don't have to answer me if you don't want to, but your old man, what happened? And then we find out, oh, she killed him. Oh, yeah, that was much to guess, I guess that. I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. I mean, she had to. Did she get bit by him then? Does it count as murder if you kill a zombie? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? And so am I. In the end, I won't be doing much better. My stomach is burning with pain now, and guilt. I stare out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there? Though that hasn't changed since the way before, I guess. Hey. I feel a sudden warmth on the top of my hand. Hesitant at first, but then steady. Tyler's hand envelops mine, and I feel comforted. Safe. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. That's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get to be with him, I bet it must be hard losing someone that close to you. Wow, where do I even start? Let's be honest. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Tyler. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow. My mouth opens all on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I feel relieved when he died. And then I feel awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. And at the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy the feeling of freedom for long. It makes me feel like a monster to admit it all to someone else. It really does. But that's the truth. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. He's right. I know I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Not yet, anyway. I guess I'm also privileged. Tyler, I can't go on like this, just keeping it to myself. Hey, Tyler? Something I need to tell you. I touch my stomach lightly with the palm of my hand. The searing pain reminds me of that I'm no longer entirely human. I gave my humanity up when I killed my dad. I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. I didn't even hesitate. I swung that baseball bat as hard as I could. Oh, and then he bit me in the stomach as a parting gift as he crumpled to the ground. Oh, man. Even in death, Dad still found some way to screw me over. Hey, stop. It's okay. I've always blamed Dad for Mom leaving us. He was selfish. He was an asshole. He was this. He was that. But just look at me. I put Tyler's life in danger. I've lied to him since the day we met. I'm my father's daughter. But just keep calm, alright? You don't ever really know how this all works, so maybe there's a way? I'm so sorry. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that has anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I looked down at my stomach. I might just think I imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. I wish I was dead. Careful there, remember that thing about wishes? Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car breeds having customers yell at the manager yell at me. Silver line. A while, huh? Well, a rest does sound nice. I always have to get up so early for work. I'm not used to being up this late. I'm starting to feel really sleepy. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? My mind flashes to the baseball bat still in my trunk. No, I won't even think about that right now. Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there, at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Atlantis, and ABBA. Maybe I've been running ever since Mom left. I never looked back, just kept going. It was all I could do to keep from falling apart. Tyler and I, we've both done enough. We've both gotten farther than I ever thought possible. I notice that the fuel gauge light is on, but I feel strangely at peace. Close my eyes, smiling as my consciousness already starts to drift. Wherever this road goes, whatever lies at the end of it, we lived. Proof of that will remain no matter what. So for now, let's just keep going forward. Dang, that last statement was, wow, really impactful. This all just feels so sad and just like, in the end, they're probably both going to die, as I see it. This game is just really, really sad. And that's the end of the shadows that run alongside our car. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!